They weigh over 250 kilos. This makes this subspecies one of all cats the largest. With its luxurious fur coat, they can survive in the coldest climate on Earth. Like other members of the cat family, they come from a fast. In the special muscles of the quick-pumping machine, acquire amazing power. But they are bigger than other big cats, have more endurance muscles. This allows them to pursue for a long time. Many of the original prey of tigers here. It's been hunted down. Eurasian elk and other deer can only survive in low densities, looking for food. The need for extreme concealment and proximity. Superpower. Today's Amur tigers, spread over an area of approximately 100,000 square kilometers. The average tiger owns a territory of about 200 square kilometers. Just 200 years ago, there are still thousands of tigers living in the world. Over the past century, they suffered an almost complete population collapse. More than 97% of tigers have become extinct. There are probably fewer than 4,000 left in the world today. However, not all tigers are distributed, are as rare as Amur tigers. In the Tara belt of India and Nepal, there is still some unspoiled tall grass, home to the densest tiger population in the world. They share these high grasslands, some of the most endangered wildlife on Earth. The few remaining areas in the Tara region, it is the most popular in Asia. One of the most biodiverse habitats, covers the grass, shrub swamp, ecosystems such as forests and rivers. It gave birth to such a rich and vibrant life, and this scene, hardly seen anywhere else in the world. Although these western savannas, it may have the largest tiger population in the world. But here, rarely a place to film tiger documentaries. Point because it is here. It is almost impossible to see the tiger directly. Lush grasslands and other vegetation almost obscures all vision. Only the largest creatures are likely to show up. Wild buffalo, the largest of all buffaloes. It is even rarer than a tiger. They weigh over a ton, has huge and sharp horns. For the largest cats, this will be a formidable opponent. However, even a white bison bigger than a buffalo, also among the tiger's northern prey, animals that have been hunted. Their shoulder height is more than 2 meters, 50% heavier than the bison. However, no matter how large the Boise bison is, without a doubt, they became the targets of tiger martyrs. Courage in cat hunting behavior. It's always amazing. They often challenge prey far beyond their own body. They seem to have no regard for their own safety. Rays of the white paper bison, let them have a better view on the grassland. But once the crowd goes into panic, tigers can choose their prey. This is not a lion. Animals they can handle alone. However, this tiger already knocked down a 6 alone, more than its prey. Then hold it up tightly with your teeth. Although the power of the tiger is awesome, but in the Tara Strip, the animals they should be afraid of do exist. Elephants could be a problem. They often scare tigers when they encounter them. Terror region. It is home to the last remaining Asian one-legged rhino in the world. These creatures of the resting place, widely distributed in Southeast Asia. Now, they're confined to a handful of protected areas. But on the grasslands of Terra, the survival of rhinos and tigers may play a key role. Tigers rarely kill rhinos, but apparently, these large animals are accustomed to walking along. Move on a fixed path, stepping out of the neat wide road every day. Therefore, whether it is a rhino or the elephant that widens the trail with its feet, they make all wild animals. Ability to use trails, free to move through the lush grass. On the paths trodden by rhinos, tiger footprints can often be found. They are intertwined into an intricate web. Tiger, if the book takes a certain path, he can go from the checkpoint, move quickly and efficiently to point B. Little gold made by large animals, plus regular flooding, brings extra nutrients to this habitat. These factors to maintain a wealth of potential prey for tigers to eat. On this vast land, the largest cats and some of the most dangerous, the most aggressive creatures coexist. Now, let's follow the photographer's lead in search of a legendary tigress in this area and its two almost adult pups. In the Hanji grass is the shortest, the best opportunity this search for big cats has to offer. In this little corner of Baldia, dense tiger populations means the range of each tiger only 5 square kilometers. Compared to them in the Russian Far East, the Chinuan population requires much less land, but that doesn't mean they're easy to spot. Wait a few days by the possible riverbank can often reveal many potential tiger prey. The spotted road is the most common herbivore here. Around them, often accompanied by endangered swamp roads. Rhinos are often seen in close quarters. Their visit was accompanied by the image of a sturdy, tough guy during a long period of heat, enough to keep the water tower awake. When the water tower is not in the water, they seem to enjoy provoking the crocodile. However, tiger sightings are extremely rare. They often appear too far away, indistinguishable. Is it a tiger that occasionally passes by? Or one of the 3 targets I'm looking for? Tigers usually appear every few days. When they do appear, the situation is usually the same. The distant alarm of Lu Kan warned other animals. In the thick grass, a tiger that is almost invisible is quietly approaching the water's edge. The animals around him sensed his presence and evacuate quickly. Subsequently, the tiger naturally appeared on the riverbank. It looks like a young tigress. So very. Maybe photography. One of the family members the teacher has been looking for. A young craftsman didn't care. But he still gave the other party a warning. Respond with indifference. So far, we haven't seen it yet. Tigers show any signs of hunting. But when everything returns to calm, the big cat immediately goes into forward mode. Another tiger appeared in the bushes. Water Tower Gate begins to look anxious. The first tiger became aware of the movement nearby and concealed. Now a second tiger has appeared, also a young tigress. Attracted by the noise behind the grass, he crept forward a little closer. He was taken aback. The hidden one gave him a surprise. This can only be two young sisters, because they know each other well. So we will call them for Sister 1 and Sister 2. Their sweet time seems to be over. There was no sign of their mother. Perhaps he has left them. This fascinating scene soon interrupted by thick grass. Sisters walk back and forth along a hidden rhino trail forward. On the ground floor, the grass is impenetrable. But from above, the same grass becomes transparent. Fortunately, Balti's has a 20-meter high tower for Guinness wildlife and protection against poaching. He provides the perfect observation point. You can keep a close eye on the movements of the sisters. That's Sister 2. She strolled confidently behind some herds of deer. Now we can clearly observe his every move. The open road is safe, and the road in the grass can run into trouble. However, considering this young tiger, it is only about 26 fish in size, perhaps still a novice in moving forward and patience. Although tigers are near them, but they don't know the exact predator. The tiger can't even see where the road is. He has to air his bearings. But his hunt ended in exposure. Tigers are abundant in this area, but they have a very narrow range, so that tigers in neighboring territories, they're able to hear things happening elsewhere. An adult tigress not far away, listening intently to the uproar caused by Sister 2. And on the other side of the observation tower, we noticed a bear-shaped tiger, also quietly watching and listening. Sunset. Rhinoceros leave the forest, search for their preferred grazing grounds. They follow their own path. Walk to your favorite nighttime feeding spot. At 7 o'clock p.m., the moon became the only light source on the grassland. Now is the time for the novelty tree auction to come in handy. An ultra-sensitive starlight camera. It's night vision in moonlight, probably as good as a tiger. We have a thermal camera. It can detect the heat of the animal body. Deer herds choose to gather in low grass areas. That's a great view. Can find anomalies. The rhino looks nervous, although they have thick skin and sharp teeth as weapons. But facing the threat of tigers, they're still worried. They're obviously upset about something. Suddenly, a tiger appeared on the trail. It's that sister number 2. The deer saw him very clearly. This is the photographer's first. The first time a tiger was captured in the moonlight. For him, it seems precious. He walked slowly towards the cry of a deer. Although he could barely see the deer directly, but he relies on keen hearing to navigate. The deer can only barely see him because they stand taller. Amazing high-resolution images benefit from the different trails around Liao Watching Tower. Camera adapter placed on. The deer seems surprisingly relaxed. Now, the tiger has changed direction. Disappears into a ditch along a rhino path. When he reappears, he found a small herd of deer. In a typical feline strategy, he pretended not to be interested in the deer, then move on. Hard to say, is this a real hunting attempt? Or just pup practice? But it seems more of a valuable learning experience. When the moon is silent, the night gets thicker. Most people would describe it as a dark night. He could barely see the road beneath his feet. The deer are upset, gathered in the most open place, the best view there. Rhinos rely on their sense of smell towards the preferred grazing area. Sister Yihao is nearby. Follow the route taken by the 2 sisters earlier. Soon the mother of the cub also appeared under the surveillance of the camera trap. He may be seeking a quiet opportunity, Go hunting. It's late at night and tigers are everywhere. This is Sister 2. He seems to be following the trail of the tigress. Like other tigers seen at night, he moves cautiously and slowly. The tigress hears a rhinoceros feeding in the river. He changed course, avoided them. Sister 2 continues to follow the smell. Sister 1 is not far away, trying to sneak up on some sleeping roads, although she doesn't know exactly where the road is. But she was soon discovered. It's about 500 meters from the watchtower. You can see it clearly. Sister 1 is looking for clues to its prey again. His slow and cautious pace is revealed again. Notice the way he keeps his head still. It's like that relying on vision. Instead, focus on hearing to sense the surrounding environment. For example, he could hear the deer moving in the stream. He approached them silently, taking advantage of the area. Deep memories of complex trails. He is in those. Crocodiles rarely cross streams. The deer's warning cry came from across the river. There might be another tiger out there somewhere nearby. This sister number 1 provides an opportunity for distraction. Let him move forward quickly. But he also needs to be vigilant. Meeting another tiger can be dangerous. Now, he's on a weed-free rhino trail. He can walk silently. It's so quiet now. Even his own footsteps. It becomes a tool for detecting the surrounding environment. He has undoubtedly mastered the art of moving forward silently. Lots of tigers around. The deer are on high alert. The warnings weren't aimed at him. He decided to retreat, hiding rather than exposing yourself. A look, as if to the photographer. Cast blame on the culprit. He needs to lay low for a while, find a temporary hiding place. Sister 2 has lost track of her mother. He wandered aimlessly. But now he found Sister 1. Now they're walking together. Continue to follow the mother's trail. But where is the mother? He gave a slight thump to declare their existence. Anyway, at least they're trying to get the mother's attention. The sisters don't know where to go now. It seems they may need to leave soon. Because of the desire for their own territory, eventually they will go their separate ways. They seem to have survived required skills, but the choices they face are limited. At the last moment of losing their footage, they investigated the camera traps together. Surprisingly, this scene is approaching a gradual. The expanding village occurs. He's only 2 kilometers away. This was a buffer zone. Now this fertile land of Baldia, surrounded by villages and farmland. This was once the ideal tiger habitat, now facing the threat of disappearance. It has also become a treasure land for agricultural development. This is where most rhinos live. It is also home to many deer. It is also the most densely populated tiger population in the world. For Sister Arts, this is the only habitat he knows of, but his chances of surviving here are extremely low. Most of Baldia is Sar forest with low prey density, or closed mountain forests. Only a few other protected areas. There's also habitats like this. For the 2 sisters who are standing at the beginning of the journey, we can only hope they are wise enough, hunting skills and luck, to find a place of their own.